Hey Lionesses, welcome to Healing Out Loud. My name is Candy Apple, and we're going to walk through the 12 steps of recovery from a woman's point of view and from a lioness's point of view. Alright, so we started with step 1, the foundation of recovery. I'm powerless, I'm tired of surviving, I want to thrive. Girl, if you ever felt like your life was spinning out of control and you couldn't hold it all together, this is for you. So in my book, Lioness Ascent Recovery, I start with the image of a lioness because that is who I relate to, who I felt like. Strong, protective, fearless, but I was also exhausted. I was trying to control everything. I was trying to fight every battle on my own, and finally I broke down. But thank God that wasn't the ending, that was my beginning. What's something that you've been trying to control all on your own that's been eating you alive? Drop it down in the comments. So I'm going to read a portion from my recovery workbook about the lioness and her story in regards to step 1. The sun sank low over the savannah, casting long shadows across the dry earth. A lioness limped alone, her fur matted, ribs visible beneath her tired skin. She had fought long and hard, but now exhaustion weighed on every step. She was no longer a predator, she was prey. Around her the wind carried the unmistakable scent of danger. The hyenas were near, circling, always lurking in the shadows. Their cackling, like an echo of her past mistakes, filled the air. They were relentless, always chasing, always waiting for weakness. Her heart raced as she flicked her ears, listening to their cruel laughter grow louder. The hyenas had followed her every step. She could hear their hungry whispers. You're too weak to fight. You're better off giving in. Her legs trembled, and for the first time, she collapsed, unable to continue to fight. The wilderness felt too vast, too harsh. She wasn't going to survive this on her own. She was powerless, and the hyenas were closing in. But in that moment of surrender, something shifted. Survival alone was no longer enough. She admitted she needed help. She was done merely surviving. She wanted to rise. She wanted to thrive. For years, I've lived my life in survival mode, holding my breath, waiting on the next crisis. I was that lioness on the savannah, broken and never resting. Step 1 is when I stopped simply surviving. I was ready to break the cycles. I wanted to stop just fighting for scraps and start living for wholeness. At the end of the chapter, I have a couple questions, and I'm just going to leave them here for you to think about. What hyenas have been circling in your life? What would it look like for you to surrender the fight? Where in your life do you feel powerless? And what would it take for you to begin thriving, not just surviving? You don't have to answer these publicly, but if you want to privately message me, you definitely can, because you are not alone. So today I want to encourage you to take one small action to surrender something that you've been trying to control. Subscribe if this video helped you, and share it with a sister who might need to hear it. And we're going to continue working through this book and moving on to step 2 next. If you'd like to get a copy of my book, you can find it on Amazon, Lioness Ascent Recovery Workbook by Candy Apple, or if you'd like a cheaper version, a PDF download, feel free to message me. Alright? Rise and conquer, sisters.